guys, this is p4ndepravity back with some Steredenn. Last episode, I think, was my loop run where I defeated the mothership. Homing missiles aren't going to do it. Defeated the mothership and looped and then died very stupidly. Just basically got a little cocky, stopped paying really good attention because my run was so strong. Yeah, I lost track of the dangers and started taking damage back to back and ended up dying. But I attribute my what success I did have on that run to someone by the name of Spiky Fox Yoshi. And if that name isn't familiar to you, he is listed as number 2 right now on the Steredenn leaderboards. I think his score right now is like 232 million or something ridiculous. Yeah, just outrageous numbers he puts up. We were discussing our favorite, our ideal runs or whatever. And up until last episode, I was convinced that Hyper Blaster with bullet damage, autocannon was basically the best you could possibly get. Just based on my own experience, not from any discussion or anything beyond that. And he was saying how I needed to give bots a try again, reconsider bots, because I think in that episode or in previous episodes I had sort of downplayed the effectiveness of bots and why I didn't like using them or whatever. And he suggested I give them a try or retry, give them a second try, and I did. So on that run, the run from last episode, I was lucky enough to find rocket bots, which I had never had. I didn't realize how I did not know that they existed. Certainly didn't know how effective they were. So I found rocket bots and decided, let's give this wild strategy and a try. And so I picked up the rocket bots. It ended up being like the perfect storm of bots, and I got the improved durability and damage power up. I got faster reload time. I got the bot damage increase, and I think I even got a 10% flat increase, universal damage increase as well. So my rocket bots were extremely potent. The DPS I was putting out, if you didn't see the episode, it's worth watching. The DPS I was putting out was insane. And it was all thanks to Spiky Fox Yoshi's suggestion. So, thanks a ton for that. It's very cool that he was willing to offer advice. Let's see. He also sort of, his advice sort of has altered my, his advice has sort of altered my, my strategy in general. Prior to his comments, I didn't even realize you could loop, for one. I've mentioned that in other videos. I didn't even realize you could loop. I thought the whole goal was just to get as much damage, get as many points as you can up to the mothership. And then once you defeat the mothership, that was sort of all the points you were ever going to get. So that's why I focused on point multiplier upgrades and things like that real early on to try and maximize that. But thanks to Spiky Fox Yoshi, I now know that you can loop, so it's better to focus on combat-related upgrades, survivability upgrades, as a more long-term strategy, as opposed to the super gun, as opposed to the, just trying to get as many points as possible up front strategy that I had adopted previously. So I appreciate him for that. It's still a fight to get there. But you know what? I'm just going to use the blaster on this because the super gun is not as effective on these rockets. Oof. I need to actually just go online and look at, maybe if there's a wiki or something, look at what the damage amounts are for certain weapons and really actually get a handle on what I should be using. Up until this point, my oh, that's so bad. I never take damage on that. Up until this point, my weapon and upgrade selections have been based on the assumption that, or just based on my own experiments, my own anecdotal evidence that I've collected myself. Often, that is not completely accurate. That's why it's always important to question, check, and recheck your own your beliefs and the things that you consider to be absolutely true. Chances are, especially things that you had learned as a child or things that were told to you. I come from a family of pranksters, practical jokers, and I was told a lot of things as a child that I had that shaped and molded my beliefs through adulthood. And it wasn't until later that I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to take this. It wasn't until adulthood that I started to sort of reevaluate things that I believed and things that I considered to be absolutely true. And I was like, I was fed a crock of garbage in a lot of cases. And, it's all pretty innocuous stuff. It's just like monsters, Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy, that kind of stuff. Sorry for that beeping. I forgot to close my Google Chat. Ooh. Forgot to close my Google Chat in the background. Ooh. And the next, oh boy. Oh, I have laser invulnerability. Sweet. I'm going to sort of focus here a little bit. I've been taking some bad damage, and I've had multiple runs in the not so distant past that were quite embarrassing. Ah, red weapon. I've been trying to recreate that bots run that I had in last episode, but it's not, you do not see rocket bots ever in all the runs I've done. I've seen it one time, and that was last episode. It's the first time I've ever seen rocket bots. I don't know if it's considered a superior weapon or whatever, but I don't even think I got that upgrade last episode. I do like me some super gun. I mean, the damage is terrible, but you don't have to think about where you're going. You just hold the trigger down. Oof. This is one phase, this is one boss that bots really helps. Just go behind him, dodge the pink shots, and you're fine. Pink shots are really easy to dodge when you don't have those white shots to worry about. Alright. I have laser invulnerability, so I don't have to worry about those. That makes this boss very easy. Just go up here. Completely avoid all the danger. Obviously you have to have the right weapons in order for this to be effective, and I do right now. Bots are another weapon that's very effective for this strategy. I wanted to go down. Super gun is so bad. The DPS is so weak. It's barely in the red just now. I hate this phase when he gets close like this. I almost always take damage. Oh, super gun sucks so bad. I've got to stop taking the super gun over other things. Very lucky I didn't take damage there. Quickly, I'm going to had to turn off my Google chat real quick. Yeah, we'll take below autocannon. Don't like the meteor shower. It's a huge point bonus. But it's very, very annoying. Oh, what's with the laggy? What's with the frames? One thing about this game is, for some reason it gets framey. Oh boy. For some reason it gets really framey on some waves, and I keep taking stupid damage. Just don't give up. That would have really put a damper on my mood a couple of episodes ago because, you know, if you're under the impression that you only have so much time to make whatever score you want, then every time you take a hit of damage, every single multiplier reduction cuts into your top score, whereas now that I know you can loop, taking a hit every now and then is not that big of a deal. You just have to survive. If you survive through a couple of loops, then you'll get a chance to make up those points over time. Wait, I don't know where I'm at. What is that, laser or something? Rocket bots, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, it's not gonna let me get it. That is going to drive me crazy. Here we go. Now we've got it. Rocket bots in the house. Just gotta dodge well. I do need my durability increase, obviously. laser invulnerability, so that's pretty sweet. God. Oof, that was close. Look at the damage. Look at the DPS output of the rocket bots. It's insane. Rocket bots are supreme. So glad I was able to get them. Can I get durability? No. This is damage. I need that durability upgrade though, or else they're not going to be as effective. Just get a nice little. I also need the reload speed. Where am I going? Where am I going? Okay, there's a little bit of dodge in there, if you're into that kind of thing. See, the bots are good if you can keep them alive. If not, it's just like, they're just a distraction. Okay, the battleship. The battleship is extremely difficult. I'm not doing any DPS right now. That is okay. This part is hard. Shoot. I beat him. Awesome. Finally. It's been a long time since I made it this far. Oh, no bot upgrades. That is so disappointing. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to rely on the rocket bots to defeat. I'm not going to be able to rely on the rocket bots to defeat the mothership. I'm going to have to actually do some dodging. But see, that's the thing, that's the drawback to the rocket bots. If you don't have improved durability, they're a waste. They just get killed instantly. It's distracting, and the DPS is so bad. See, this is terrible. I'm not gonna make it to the mothership. Oh God. I screwed it big time. That's okay. It's good practice, good training. Now we know. I basically just started placing bots and then stopped using my brain. So it's on me. It's not the rocket bots' fault that, you know, I knew that they weren't going to do anything if they were dead. So I made it past the battleship. Got a decently high score. Not too bad. What just hit me? Oh well. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a like. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Buy this game. It's called Steredenn. Share this with your friends, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.